Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Gaming News Network. This is for the week of January 26th, so make sure you leave a like, comment, and all the good stuff. But besides, today is January 25th, so that means Happy Lunar New Year. This means it's the Year of the Rat. Another fun fact there. So, a stream is coming out, another stream tomorrow night, but without further ado, let's get into the gaming news. So, more developers are making games for next-gen consoles than streaming services. So, Sony and Microsoft's next-gen consoles are both expected to launch later this year, and developers are gearing up with new games. But according to GDC's new annual survey, developers are more likely to be working on a game for the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, previously known as Project Scarlet, than game streaming services like Google Stadia and Project xCloud. In the entertainment industry, streaming is bigger than it's ever been. The streaming wars have divided consumer attention between platforms like Netflix, Hulu, HBO Go, Disney+, and Amazon Prime Video. Each platform has its own offerings of unique or exclusive content to lure in dedicated subscribers. In the game industry, however, such a service has yet to land. When asked about which platform current projects were being developed on, 11% of respondents said they were developing their game for PS5. Answers for Xbox Series X were at 9%. So, while Google Stadia is the most promising swing yet at a cloud-based contender, developer interest still can't compare. Only 6% of survey respondents are working on projects for Stadia. That number is even lower for Project xCloud at 3%. As for this year's expected next-gen consoles, full details have yet to be announced. Sony hasn't revealed much about its upcoming console aside from the name, logo, and holiday 2020 release date. The company has teased a few details about its specs, such as 8K graphics, ray tracing, and backwards compatibility. Microsoft, meanwhile, showed off its design for the upcoming console last year. Xbox chief Phil Spencer has promised it will, quote, deliver 4 times the processing power of Xbox One X, include custom-designed CPU based on AMD's Zen 2 and Radeon RDNA architecture, and support 8K gaming, ray tracing, frame rates of up to 120 FPS in games, and variable refresh rate support. More news on both consoles are expected in the coming months. Notably, Sony will once again be skipping E3 this year. The majority of upcoming games, however, are still being developed for PC, 56% of respondents, and or mobile, 39%. Other findings for the survey touch on unionization and VR, like support for unionization is rising for previous years, with 54% of respondents responding yes to the question of whether devs should unionize. Last year, affirmative responses were 47%. Second, asked whether developers would unionize. However, 23% replied yes. The largest response came from the maybe pile at 43%. 22% said no, while 12% said they just didn't know. And third, Oculus Quest is the most popular platform AR/VR developers are interested in. Of respondents, 24% said Quest, while the Rift came in with 20%, and 17% said HTC Vive. So that is pretty fascinating with for the next-gen consoles and streaming services, and honestly, I'm not that surprised, because it's such a big industry now with consoles nowadays. So that's pretty interesting. And the next thing, I saw this on Twitter feed. I don't know your guys' opinion. I saw a lot of people getting pretty pissed off about this, but in my opinion, I'm rejoicing right now, because sometimes can't log into Twitch, and there used to be a Twitch app on TVs, like on smart TVs and everything, and they don't have that anymore. But and sometimes Twitch would never work when Chromecasted, but this may change everything. So, YouTube signs exclusive streaming deal for Activision esports like Call of Duty and Overwatch. So, video game publisher Activision Blizzard has entered into a multi-year partnership with Google that will see the search giant's cloud platform power all of Activision Blizzard's game, hosting, and other technical needs. But more importantly, as part of the deal, YouTube will become the exclusive streaming partner for all of the game publisher's big esports titles, including the upcoming season of the Overwatch League and the Call of Duty League, which kicks off today in Minneapolis, Minnesota, while Overwatch League will kick off with its homestand at the Big Apple, New York City, baby. So the deal is a huge win for YouTube, which has struggled to compete with game streaming leader Twitch, despite YouTube being the largest video site in the world and the second most visited website on the planet behind only its parent company's search engine. Twitch was the exclusive streaming partner for Activision Blizzard's first 2 seasons of the Overwatch League, and Twitch has long been the go-to destination for live gaming and entertainment. That looks like it's been beginning to change, in part due to competing platforms' willingness to spend large amounts of money to lock down talent and ink exclusivity deals like this one. Since its launch in 2015, YouTube Gaming failed to flourish as its own distinct section of the broader YouTube ecosystem. And earlier this year, the company even shuttered the standalone YouTube Gaming app because its existence caused, quote, confusion among viewers. In its place is a game-focused hub on YouTube for finding popular live streams and videos. Yet the failure of YouTube Gaming as a standalone platform hasn't stopped the video site from continuing to try to capture more of the live streaming market. YouTube has signed streaming exclusivity deals with top creators like Courage and Lachlan Power in recent months, and the platform continues to be the prime destination for pre-recorded footage. Even though many streamers still remain on Twitch, or like Fortnite star Ninja has moved over to Microsoft's competing Mixer, YouTube is still where all of these creators post highlight videos, vlogs, and other content that lives on after it's streamed live. In that context, this Activision deal is another chapter in the ongoing streaming wars saga playing out between online video platforms, streaming services, traditional cable and network companies, and content creators. In this particular scenario, it's Amazon-owned Twitch competing against Google-owned YouTube, and Facebook is also trying to build out its own live streaming platform to capitalize on the popularity of gaming content. But it seems like it's only a matter of time before other big streaming wars players, be it Disney or HBO or Netflix, try to get more involved in the live streaming and gaming spaces too. Ryan Wyatt, YouTube's head of gaming, said in a statement, quote, "With more than 200 million gamers a day watching more than 50 billion hours of gaming content per year, YouTube provides gamers and their passionate fans with the most popular video gaming platform in the world." He goes on to say both the Overwatch League and Call of Duty League are the quintessential examples of world-class esports content. As a former Call of Duty esports commentator myself, I couldn't be more excited for Activision Blizzard to choose YouTube as its exclusive home for the digital live streaming of both leagues. This partnership further demonstrates our dedication to have a world-class live streaming product for gaming. So I'm pretty excited about that. That is really cool. But the only thing I might say or might add is that I don't think Netflix is gonna stream anything live. Because face it, Netflix is everything pre-recorded. So how in the world would they choose Netflix as a company that's going to live stream? Same as Hulu as well. I don't really see Hulu do live streaming a lot. But or Disney Plus. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. But for now, I came across this article. I think it's pretty interesting. As soon as I can find it, it was right here. Alright, here it is. So, Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade's latest game is a more family-friendly Fortnite called Butter Royale. This is probably, besides Temtem, the second weirdest game I will be talking about in this segment. So, Apple Arcade has so far been a great repository for polished, offbeat indie games that are best explored when you have some quiet time and perhaps no internet connection. The latest entry into the iOS subscription games service is different. It's a flashy multiplayer battle royale shooter, kind of like Fortnite, except it's more kid-friendly, with a food fight theme instead of guns and bullets, and a top-down design that gives it the look and feel of classic dungeon crawlers. It's called Butter Royale, and it's available today for all Apple Arcade subscribers. But isn't Fortnite already kid-friendly? I think so, but if you have a different opinion, leave your comments down below. But you might ask, well, sort of. You still shoot people with guns that are modeled after real-life firearms, but Butter Royale is taking a more direct, no-gun approach to its game design that's similar in many ways to Nintendo's Splatoon, and its creators are even building that into the loose game lore of the shooter. So, the game's description says, quote, set in the near future after a global ban on weapons, contestants engage in food fights on Butter Island to satisfy their hunger for competitive action. Contestants usually use nutritionally operated machines, or NOMs, to launch food at one another during 5-minute matches while trying to escape floods of butter to get to safety zones, reads the game description. Some of the weapons have amazing and absurd names like the Mayonnator 3000, Breadzuka, and Sniper Parmesan. Oh my god. The developer, a Singapore studio called Mighty Bear Games, that grew out of Candy Crush maker King's local Singaporean office, wants to be clear that it's making an inexclusive, non-violent game that kids of all ages can enjoy. CEO Simon Davis said in a statement, quote, we designed Butter Royale to push the envelope on fun and inclusivity. We want everyone in the family to love it and see themselves represented in the game, from young children to grandparents. He goes on to say, it is also important for us that Butter Royale is a non-violent shooter, so younger players can safely join in. The food fight theme was perfect for that. Butter Royale features an offline mode where you play against AI, but in its online version, 32 players compete either as a solo participant or in squads of 4 and 5-minute matches where they try to take down opponents, stockpile resources, and outrun the encroaching Butterstorm. Players can choose from up to 52 characters to play as that span, quote, diverse backgrounds, age, and genders. Like all Apple Arcade titles, there are 0 microtransactions. The games, man, it's just... First, Temtem, which looked insane and wacky as it was, now this, which is even more wacky. The spin-offs, man. What if this is better than Fortnite? I am actually anti-Fortnite, so I mean, I don't care if this gets more popular than Fortnite. I just want it to. Like, I just want Fortnite to die already, in my opinion. Epic Games, if you're watching this, I'm truly sorry, but don't worry. Don't worry, you don't have to ban me from any accounts because I don't play any Epic Games from your company. So, the joke's on you. So, that's going to be the end for the Gaming News Network today. Once again, I'm Nick. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you for the stream tomorrow night. So, we'll see you then. Peace out, keep calm, and keep on flying.